To be honest, bro, I think Gen Alpha is way beyond cooked because it is evidence that kids nowadays are preferring online interactions way more than real life interactions. So I remember I had this cousin, and she was, I know her through a friend of mine. She was very little, like five or 6 years old. And when I first met her, she was just a baby, a child. She was pure and innocent. Like she was playing with me all day, all night, and you know, she just want to be around people, right? But recently, whenever I came to my friend's house to play, I saw her, always asking for his dad the phone because, if she doesn't get the phone, she would crash out and, she would do crazy things. And the parents have no choice but to give it to her. And, she was happy but not like before. She was not happy because she was around people, but she was happy because she was around the phone. She was around YouTube. She was around, the fucking Coco Melon or something. And, you know, I watched some of the clips that, it shows that the kids, like they are 11 or 12 years old, but they cannot do simple math, bro. They cannot do divide and multiply. Like that's just crazy to me because we learned that when we were like 7 or 8 years old. And you know, I'm saying all of this not because I'm feeling different and I'm not the victim here. And I probably not a good idea to be a victim, but I was in the past. When I was 6 years old, I first got my hands on an iPad. And, this was in like the Gen Z area where everyone were, every kid in my generation was, going outside and playing football together and having a good time while my lonely ass just, sitting in the living room and just playing to video games through video games and just keep on doing that for the whole day. And I wouldn't even leave my screen to eat or even go outside. Like it was that's terrible. Like it's I shouldn't be in that situation at all, but I was way too different from the other kids. And it got into the point that when I tried to make friends with them, I couldn't act normal, right? Because video games at a young age, like that young, and you are addicted to the iPad, it will destroy your communication skills. It will destroy your ability to think. And that's why I always seemed like I feel like I was always a step slower than my peers in school because I was actually slow. I would not get high grades in anything, and I take way more time to process my thoughts than others. They when the other get assigned to some problems or some shit, they would understand it immediately. While you know every assignment that I was assigned to, I had to take like 1 hour to process. Like it's that serious. And I'm seeing a glimpse of my old self in kids nowadays because if they watch all the time on YouTube and they don't interact in real life, their ability of critical thinking will lose, and they will be chronically online and just they base every action of them and every thoughts of them by the people they see online. And that scared the fuck out of me because I was fortunate enough to escape that situation because I found self improvement at the right time. And maybe I said in the early video, self improvement is masturbation, and you shouldn't just be performative. But it's kind of give me a different vision in this matter. I realized that I could not be this far into addicted to social media and video games anymore. And I'm seeing that my brothers are kind of going into the same path as me. And fortunately, he have a social circle, and he goes out and he plays sports every day, every time, and he was having a great time that helped him to reduce his screen time and time playing video games on the internet. And I'm happy because if he doesn't have any friends like me, he probably end up like me, and I never wanted that for him. I'm really happy. I neglected him for way too long now, and to finally see him happy makes me happy. Yeah, and I think that I just wish that someone would care for those kids out there who are addicted to their iPads nonstop every day. And you guys probably came to the conclusion that the parents are the one to blame, and I I partly agree with that, like 90 to 95%. But you know, it's kind of difficult nowadays to. I'm not qualified to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Fuck it. Parents, they work a fucking 9 to 5, and some of them work like 9 to 7 or 8 to 8 or something. Like the energy are drained from the job they hate, and but they had to do that to feed their family and raise their kid and give them a future. Ironically, that's ruin their child's life. And it's like in between, and it's kind of going back and forth on the fence, and it's just causing damage to each side. They try to improve their children's life, they get worse, and when they try to stay at home and to play with them, their income would lose. And it just saddens me a lot. It's because I used to be like that, and I can feel the pain more than anyone else in the room. And yeah, I I don't know if any kids watch my videos, and if you stay until now, I gotta give you the credit, man. uh, you have realized something maybe, because I just think that being currently online all day is wasting your time and wasting your potential. And I wish that I can control my phone usage better when I was younger. And I just hope for the best for you guys who have a sibling or something. Please take care of him for your parents or something. Just play with him and or her, and creating just beautiful memories together without the fucking phone. I mean, you can play video games together and having a good time, but just don't let your kids rely on it too much. And maybe just playing sport with him is also a good idea as well. Yeah, I probably yapped way too much, so I'm gonna end the video here. And yeah, and as usual, thank you for watching, guys. See ya.